Good morning, sunshine. I hope that this finds you well and rested and not dealing with allergies like some of us. This is your daily insight on life and love for September 10th, 2020, also timeless. So wherever you're pulled to this in time, let me know what brings you here. Let me know if the reading resonates. It might have some sort of a message for you. That's probably why you're being pulled to it. However, it's general collective, so don't force it if it doesn't. If you check the description or on the main page or on any social platform, you can reach out and ask questions about booking your own personal reading. The coronavirus sale still stands. It's been a lot of fun. Ask questions about it if you don't know quite yet. Well, it's been great. So that being said, if you're new to the channel, I hope that you enjoy the show. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. And, well, if you find this worthy, you can always give it a thumbs up. Yeah. Look at what we're dealing with here. Now, the first and the second are the base part of the reading. It's talking about repression as the beginning part of the base. The ending part of the base is some sort of a new offer, some sort of good news, though. There's 2 5s in this. 1, 2, is there any more? Now, there's 2 5s. They're the dominating number in the card, so this is involving massive change. There's a lot of major arcana in this. So this is really big messages. Don't let that overwhelm you. I remember yesterday we were talking about pumping the brakes, pausing, all those magnificent concepts. Now I feel like we're approaching the leap time. Whatever it is, I do see a victory. I do see your belief system or your concept of relationships and interactions being challenged right now. It does seem victorious for you. I do see that you are standing up and really learning how to speak for yourself. This is something that's massively important. It's about you standing in honesty and integrity and blunt force with yourself. But I think that it's going to be well received. I think that this is a lot of miscommunication. I feel like there's a lot of walking on eggshells. It does look like a victory. It's going to take you a while to get comfortable to where you are going. It's going to be quite the journey. It's not going to be, something that's as different as night and day. We're going to be there by tomorrow. This is going to take time to get to this comfort zone with these new negotiations and contracts and relationships. It might actually involve like a contract, whether it's marriage, divorce, restraining orders. I hope not. I really hope not. But it also can be a verbal understanding, mutual agreement. Please keep that in mind. There's a lot of choices to be made, and really don't hold back in any of it. You held back the other day, and you're holding back in this. Okay, so you're holding back the other day because it wasn't time to talk about this. And in the past, recent past, it's talking about you walking on eggshells and not wanting to cause some sort of a disruption. So now there is a point of utter resentment and I feel like it's about to lose that sense of control. And I see that you are going to be kind of, in a way, lashing out, but what's coming out is important in this instance in communication. I don't think that it's verbal vomit or anything like that. I see it as a passionate outpour, if you will. Regardless, it's going to bring a lot of light to the surface about the situation, and I think that whatever the oppositional forces on some of this, it wasn't aware of it. Again, this can be either somebody taking you for granted, marginalizing something. In some cases, it's not really valuing you, but I see that you are pushing yourself forward on this. So if this is a point of value, either they're going to step up or you are cutting them loose. That's just kind of how it has to go. So change is going to have to be a big necessary thing. It's going to be massive changes, but it's going to be good. I don't know exactly what that will entail for you as an individual. That's why your reading, your individual storyline is going to be a lot more detailed, in depth, and intense, because it is your storyline and it's your perception, your experience. So this is what you can expect currently. So, the bottom of the deck is this. This can actually be talking about families either breaking apart or, I guess I would say either your tribe or you could say your people, you know, those people who are in your intimate circle. It can be a falling out with some of them, and those are never comfortable. It's a sense of freedom in a lot of cases, but something's being dismantled. Let's see, why is this happening? And then we're going to look at what's coming up to be healed. All right, because people are incredibly stagnant. These are unharmonious connections. It feels like a lot of judgment in them. And it feels like backstabbing. And it feels like, you know, that buzzword gaslighting now. I love that it's being so well addressed in the public. I don't want it to lose its value in the word, because it's a very important word and it does happen a lot. I don't want it to be so used that it loses all meaning and importance, and then it kind of does the opposite effect again. It feels like a misuse of power, lazy masculine energy. Don't get hooked on a gender. And also I feel like whoever the oppositional force in this, and this actually, for some of you, this might even be you. Quiet, incredibly quiet, not putting forth the work or the effort, and very little payoff. Completely tuning off to messages and insight and spirit connection. And it's also blocking off communication. So I'm getting a lot of throat agitation, and I'm getting a lot of weepiness. It feels like there's a lot of pressure on the chest. But also with the solar plexus chakra in this, and it's in reverse, it really feels like a lot of resentment and anxiety simultaneously in this. I feel like this had you majorly agitated. Again, this is a lot of masculine energy. So let's see. What is coming up to be healed right now as a general idea? Now we're going to look in the oppositional side and yours to see the why and the what. All right. Oh, that. Okay. Oh, I just bent the card so bad. Feeling like you're at a loss. And that you are losing your mind. You're drowning underneath the pressure of this. Yeah, you have been incredibly overwhelmed with this. It's draining your life force and it's keeping you on edge. You can only stay in fight or flight stance for so long before you actually start having the physical toll on you. I've seen in a lot of cases people who are in a constant state of fight or flight, constant state of anxiety, and it's so constant that they just get comfortable with it. You can't even tell what's going on with them. It starts to physically show up in the body, whether it's some sort of, you know, a skin agitation or, you know, even hair loss I've seen in like bald patches. This will show up very unique for you. It's trying to get your attention so you can let it go. All right. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The best thing about this is whoever wasn't showing up in this and whoever was taking advantage of the situation, it's really their true colors. And even though this really is agonizing, aggravating, a lot of those words, it's the best thing because it was their true colors. There's no wondering if there's something that you could have done. You've done all the work that you should have done for this. And you can't take ownership of someone else's actions. there's accountability being used right now. So whatever they didn't do that was needed to be done, that was supposed to be in alignment with you, take it really as a blessing in disguise. They weren't going to be able to be what you had needed in this. And that's a huge releasing thing. If they wanted to, they would. If they could, they would. But they can't, so they won't. And they don't want to, so they don't. Keep that very clear in your head. And again, this doesn't even have to deal with romantic partnerships. This can be family, colleagues, friends, whatever the spectrum is. It feels like a personal connection. Well, what else would it be? I mean, you wouldn't care if this was a stranger just not giving you the attention that you deserve. I mean, what's going on there? No. So yeah, obviously this is an intimate connection. Way to go. Got it. Totally nailed it. Okay. So what's coming up to be healed, Spirit? What's going on? What's the good word? Children. Okay. And apparently that wants to come out too. So I think I want one more. Hang on. Hang on. Stop rushing me. Good God, I'm trying. Playfulness, children, guardian angel, celebration. Okay. It's making way for a new connection to come in. This is taking the aggravation and anxiety out of this particular space in your life. And it looks like there gets to be a lot more playfulness. It looks like you are doing some sort of innocence retrieval. This can actually involve children. It can. You know, if you are co-parenting or there's a child issue or somebody in the family or there's a child coming in. This also, for the main part, what I'm getting in this is it's learning how to be playful and childlike again. And it's taking all of those years or times of stress off of you. It's really literally taking the years that all that stress has caused off of you. There is a new sense of youthfulness that's coming about right now. And this, it's taking this complete, utter serious and dragging sense of life out of your view and replacing it with a sense of playfulness. I've said that a million times right now. So the guardian angel is talking about when you are in the deep, the dark, the hard parts of whatever it is that you're walking away from right now. It feels very lonely, alone, solitude, isolated. Nobody understands. Nobody can, mentally, emotionally, or physically reach you. There's a big feeling of being blocked off. And this, I feel, was when you were at your lowest. So what I'm seeing here is even in that time where you felt like you had nothing, there was still the sense of comfort, like spirit or an angel or, one of your guides being at your back. This was something that whispered into your ear when you felt like you couldn't go on. Keep pushing. And I'll say this a million times, even in those times of depth and darkness, if all you can do is sit there in the dark and breathe, then that's what you need to do at that time. You don't need to be a hero and try to overemphasize or overcome even anything in that moment. Just sit there and be what you need to be in that moment, just as long as you keep making yourself breathe. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel with this, and it will eventually start to get better. But sometimes you're going to enter in a time what feels like you're just trying to survive. And that is survival time. And you will overcome that and you'll get into the next step. And it'll have all these new tools for you to use as you will. Use accordingly. So the new love that's coming in with this playfulness, I know, quick jump, right? It's not necessarily love. Of course, for some of you, this will involve that wonderful long-term concept of love, of something that truly understands you and is in alignment with you at this point in time in your life. But for some of you, it's really about finding people who just get you and you don't feel like you're doing this alone in the world. Yes, you're an individual. Yes, you're independent. Yes, you'll have your times of needed solitude. But there is losing a sense of loneliness. There's a sense of unity that's coming in right now. So whatever you lost, you're finding something better. And I'm seeing a lot of red on this. So this is dealing with the base chakra, which is security, authority, power, healing. It's your foundation. You're building a whole new foundation with yourself, and in the center of it is your open heart, which is opening up to new, innocent, vulnerable playfulness. And I absolutely love that. So, where are we going to take this now? Where's these cards? What do I do with them? There's no way. Why am I not? Okay. I'm doing this thing because there's been a lot of craziness going on. I'll be looking at something directly and I won't see it. It happened when I was looking for an ingredient to a recipe. It happened now when I was looking at cards. And it also happened when I was looking for a piece of paper. It was literally right in front of me. That is just always overcomplicating things. Sometimes the most simplest thing is right in front of your face. Yeah. Okay, so what's healing on the oppositional person side? Do you hear that? It sounds like a cricket. Not one of those. Yeah, it's a cricket. All right, so they're having a new beginning, abundance, and playfulness. I'm really thinking this is just about personal compatibilities, because I'm not seeing anything bad on what's coming up to be healed on them either. I'm seeing playfulness, new beginning, and also abundance. So as much as you walking away from this is good for you, it's actually really good for them too. It's finding something that is way more in alignment than what this situation had altogether. It's setting both sides free. And I get that it hurts, it's awful at times, but you don't normally get into these intimate connections with this idea of just ruling somebody. You know, there's a point of building, either a future together or having a lifelong comrade, whatever the case is. I'm seeing that what's coming up to be healed is opportunities. They're seeing the light at the end of their tunnel as well. It's very grounded energy, and it's very intuitive and heartfelt energy. I don't think in a lot of your cases that this was malicious intent. It's just built up resentment, miscommunications, anger, not knowing how to deal with something. It hurts, but really it's setting you free, and it's also setting them free too. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but it's true. So what's coming up inside of you to be healed at this moment? All right, Spirit, out with it. What's coming up with you watching this? Truth and integrity. It's telling you to speak it and to be about it. New beginnings, and I want one more. Where is that sound coming from? I see nothing, and I'm hearing that cricket. If this thing jumps on my face in my sleep, I'm going to be super upset. All right. One more. Come on. I didn't get the one. I got three, and I'm not doing it. Not going to do it. Okay. Serenity. Peace be with you, baby. So new beginnings, following your dreams, and standing in your truth and integrity, and learning how to speak it without assuming that the other person knows what your wants and needs and requirements are. And if that alters or evolves through time, being completely open about it. You are being pushed to see where the line is drawn, honoring yourself, the line, and where you want to take this life. So there's a new sense of serenity and peace, of things not having to be so hard for you moving forward, and actually authentically following your dreams, your joy, and your happiness. This is heart healing and opening for you. You're going to see the gift right before you and in your hands, and it's going to be something where it isn't so difficult. I get that we all have arguments, whatever the connection is, but this isn't going to be that detriment of arguments. It's not going to be more fight than getting along. So this is very compatible, and it's healing your heart. It's moving forward. It's very grounded energy, and it's also very sensual and emotionally felt energy. So I'm actually really happy for you in this, because I'm seeing you actually start to feel your power and that energy boost that provides. So Spirit, can I get closing message for the collective, please? All right, regular Rider-Waite. We have Victory and Hangman. So being forced to see life totally different and start new somewhere else, and really leading the way on this. Okay, so we have, no. We'll see if it comes out. All right, the Emperor in reverse. It doesn't have to be hard just to have meaning. It's not the whole, the more you work at this, the harder, well, the harder the payoff. You win, and you have more tools that are coming into play. You have the victory. You're leading the way. The heart is open. There is not a power struggle. We're getting over the power struggles. We're getting over the anger, which I think is really important for you to hear. This is really forcing you to see yourself and your view on the world in totally different lens, and also different integrity. It's real, raw, honest, and it's, in a way, unfiltered, which is essential for you. You're not repressing yourself anymore. I feel like you are going to be more open to lashing, in a way, out. It's not lashing and hurting people. It's more like, I'm going to say what I need to say in this, and if you get hurt, then you want to know, I don't know how to soften that blow for you. It's blunt honesty, but I don't feel like you're malicious in doing that. So however this comes across, however they understand that, that's on them. What you say and what you do is what you're taking ownership of. And I think that you're behaving in such a way now because you feel like you have nothing to lose, and you really do. You don't have anything to lose in this. And you're not afraid to burn your bridges because you actually learned how to swim, baby. All right. Come on. Yeah. Complete new reset in life. New doors opening up. You're carrying the torch. This is very passionate energy, thriving energy, and powered. That's the best I can do with that. You're kind of amazing, and I love the strength that's coming through on this. So that was your reading for September 10th, 2020, also timeless. So again, if you're pulled to this in time, there might be a message in here for you. If not, let it fall away, or you can ask questions about booking your own personal reading. Definitely reach out and say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. I hope that this finds you well. I hope you're having an amazing start to the school year if you have any sort of child or connection to anything in school. And also, enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are very loved and appreciated. Bye for now.